Can any of us say we're surprised at the culprits? I mean, honestly, can any of us say that we're surprised at the culprits? My name is Fitz. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really helps the channel grow. Also, if you're a content creator looking to grow your brand online, tap into the Content Confidence Workbook. Info is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. All right, let's wrap it up. And I'm going to give my commentary at the end. So I want to show you something. I want to show you this right here. Look at all the baby strollers around. Let's see. Look at all the baby strollers. We got another one right here. Look at all the families here just wanting to come to the state fair and have a good time. And honestly, this is one of the reasons I don't go to the state fair. I'm going to just be real. The state fair, I don't know where you're from, but the state fair right now, if you live in a city with black people or Hispanic people, it has become a dumping ground for parents who just don't want to watch their children. They just drop them off at the state fair and they meet up to fight. They meet up to have shootouts. When I was growing up, you know what the state fair was for? When you were younger, when you was younger, the state fair used to be a place where you could take a girl and you could spend maybe 30, 40 bucks. And, you know, it was a good time, and you walk around and you get the teddy bear and you shoot in the basket and you make it. And oh my God, it was a good time for you to walk around and try to impress a girl and hopefully get some action. Let's be real. That's what it was about as a teenager. Now, these dudes so worried about fighting and impressing other dudes in their clique, they not even going after the box no more. That's what's crazy. They just out here fighting at the state fair. Hey, you going to state fair? So-and-so going to be fighting at the state fair. All right, bet, I'm going to be there. And then they go to the state fair and they ruin it for everybody. Because there are actually shootouts that happen at these state fairs. And I don't know how they're getting the guns through and stuff when they're supposed to be metal detectors. But this is what happens when you have parents that don't really care what their children doing. They know that their children are menace to societies. They know their children up to no good, and they drop them off unsupervised at places. If you know you got a badass kid that's in a gang that hang around with Ray and them, don't leave that nigga anywhere alone. He need to be at the house doing dishes, homework. He shouldn't be at the state fair by himself. You releasing a criminal into the community. Let's look at this. Look, families. And look who it is. You got your girl, you got some girls there. They jumping in. They trying to break stuff up. And we not surprised who it is. You can't go to family events. I'm telling you, as a father, I'm keeping my family far away from this stuff. Right? If we go to the state fair, we gon' and I was about to say we gonna go in the daytime, but it's broad daylight and they out here acting a fool. You can't do nothing anymore without these type of people coming and messing it up. Because guess what? You never know when you're going to catch the stray bullet. You never know when you're going to get caught up in some of this foolishness. And look, you see the white people here? I'm going there with it. Look at the white people. I want you to see this. Look at the white people. Just got their back turned on it I don't think people realize that when some of us act like this, it makes it look like we all act like this, man. It's weird. It's weird because as a black person, I get so tired of seeing people that look like me doing this type of stuff. It's rarely anyone else. It's rarely anyone else doing this type of stuff. And then we know after the state fair, someone's probably going to die. Someone is probably going to get shot at. This isn't over. Somebody's mama going to be crying because they going to catch someone slipping off of this fight. And then there's going to be a funeral and the city going to be mourning. And now this side got to get revenge on this side. And then the drill rapper is going to come out and start making diss tracks about the fight at the state fair. It's exhausting. It is so exhausting. It's so exhausting trying to defend black people nowadays. It is so exhausting. Why? Why is it so draining? Because understand this, right? When we consistently see who's doing what, it becomes harder and harder to justify why more extreme measures don't need to be taken to get this under control. And honestly, I used to be against more policing. I used to be against them militarizing the police. I used to be against them putting more police in certain communities because then we don't know if the police brutality and what's going on with that and if there's an abuse of power. But I would much rather do that than to continue seeing this type of behavior. This type of behavior. Outside of the state fair being too expensive, you got to pay for parking, they nasty ass food, you got to pay $6 for a water. Okay, on top of all that, I wasn't going because of that. But on top of that, now when you overpay to get into a place, now you got to deal with YNs that want to bring their school beef to the state fairgrounds so that they can fight. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. But here's the thing. And I'm gonna end with this. I'm going to end with this. The black youth is out of control. Black youth is out of control. And guess what? Those youth, they don't just disappear. They end up in the regular population. And when they end up in the regular population, they have kids. And then their kids take on the same behaviors that they have. And so this problem isn't going away. It is not going away. We have to gain control of the black youth. We cannot allow this behavior to continue going on. This is one of the reasons why I say every black home needs a black mother and a black father. Because without that, we're going to continue seeing behavior like this. And I say black mom and black father because if we truly want to build the black community, black people have to do it for ourselves. We will never be able to get out of the situation asking for white people's help, asking for the government's help. We have to build up the foundation of our community, and then we can start doing other things and involving other people and stuff like that. But until we get our own under control, until we find a better way for that, we should not be involved in any other issues. We shouldn't be talking about the Israel thing. We shouldn't be talking about Ukraine. We got war zones right here in the state fair. Someone's going to die after the state fair. Watch. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Maybe I'm being too hard-headed. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Make sure you tap in, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.